Graduands and guests, may we have your attention, please? Convocation is about to begin. If you have a mobile device or pager with you, please turn it off or silence it during the ceremony. Thank you for your attention and congratulations. If able, please rise.
Good afternoon and welcome. We wish to acknowledge the land on which this University of Toronto operates. For thousands of years, it has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. We are also grateful to have the opportunity to celebrate the achievements of our scholars who are graduating today. On their behalf, let us express gratitude for the support of their families and their friends, and for the faculty and staff who have guided them in their pursuit of knowledge. Whatever our own traditions, let us reflect as we proceed through the convocation ceremony on the many years of effort, sacrifice, and success that have brought us to this time of celebration. In concilium universitates Torontonensis vocatis sumus. Graduands, please remain standing. All guests, please be seated.
Insignissima Cancelaria, presento tibi hosce scholaris, quod admittantur ad gradus varios, testorque eos quoad omnia quae statuta requirunt aptos et idoneos esse.
Ad perfectum huies quam provinciae, huies quam magnae patriae, et perfectum omnium nationum, omnibus interis conjuntarum, algo executoritate mihi et toti, universitate commissar, admitto vos e grados varios, Quorum ura vubis do, e peto quoquar ut omnia confictiotas munera qua et illos gradus pertinent.
Please be seated. My name is Merrick Gertler, and it is my great privilege to serve the University of Toronto as its 16th president. Today, I have the additional privilege of assisting Chancellor Rose Patton in conducting this convocation. The university is an institution with deep historical roots and many enduring traditions. Among those is our use of the language of the medieval university in today's wonderful celebration. For those in attendance who, like me, are less than fluent in Latin, the translation may be helpful. For my part, I said, "Most distinguished Chancellor, I present to you these scholars, that they may be admitted to the various degrees. And I bear witness that, as far as all things which the statutes require, they are fit and suitable." Now, much more significantly, from the standpoint of the graduating class, the Chancellor then replied, "To the benefit of this province, this great country, and to the worldwide community of nations, I, by the authority vested in me and in the whole university, admit you to your various degrees, grant to you the rights, and ask of you the responsibilities of doing all those things which pertain to those degrees." And so, as my first order of business, I'm delighted to salute you, the graduating classes of 2023 from the Temerty Faculty of Medicine and the School of Graduate Studies. That's it, you're done. Warmest congratulations. I'd also like to bid a warm welcome to everyone who has joined us here in historic Convocation Hall. Graduates, today the University of Toronto is formally recognizing your hard work, your accomplishments, your perseverance, and this milestone. But speaking of perseverance, you have successfully completed your program in extraordinary and challenging times, and today's celebration is all the more meaningful for it. Each of you, as a member of the graduating class, is joining an exceptional family of University of Toronto alumni. U of T has a global community of over 660,000 alumni in 196 countries. They are the university's living legacy and our greatest ambassadors. Today, we are also recognizing Jim and Louise Temerty for their outstanding service to the community, philanthropic leadership, and steadfast dedication to improving the health and lives of so many. We will hear much more about our honorary graduands in a moment. For now, let me simply observe that U of T alumni serve in leadership roles in every corner of the globe and in every walk of life. They are prime ministers, justices, scholars, authors, community and business leaders, scientists, and professionals of every description. Their endeavors have shaped the world we live in and the way we understand that world. We have no doubt that the University of Toronto's high international standing can be attributed to generations of dedicated and very talented faculty and staff members. But we also understand that this reputation has been built by our alumni, a group that now includes each and every one of you. So to the graduating class, let me say thank you. Thank you for your many contributions to the university while you were a student. And thank you for what you will do as a member of Canada's largest and I believe most distinguished alumni community. One more word of thanks is in order. I'm sure all graduates share a sense of gratitude to the friends and family members who have helped bring them to this special day. So I would ask you to join me in the platform party in thanking them with a vigorous round of applause. Let me continue with a request. One of the distinguishing features of our convocation is that graduates come forward on the stage to be recognized individually. You'll have your moment in the sun where X marks the spot right here on the stage beside the podium. Once you've had that moment, you'll follow the red carpet over to that ramp over there, down the ramp, go out those doors, and go around the hall. At that point, you will turn left and re-enter the hall as your peers continue to be recognized. So in that spirit, I would encourage you to think of the very last person who's going to be on stage this afternoon. And I believe it will be Nita Norman Xavier. Nita, are you here? Can you stand up, please? So everyone, please remember Nita and return to your seat. Thanks so much. Finally, let me note that the university is a mask-friendly environment, and we ask everyone to respect each other's decisions and comfort levels with regard to health and safety concerns. Similarly, we will forego the traditional handshake, but promise to offer enthusiastic applause as you pass by on the stage. Thanks for your understanding and assistance. And once more, warmest congratulations. It's now my privilege to invite Professor Trevor Young, Vice Provost, Relations with Healthcare Institutions, and Dean of the Temerty Faculty of Medicine, to present our honorary graduands.
James and Louise Temerty. Jim and Louise Temerty are partners in business in their steadfast commitment to philanthropy and in their support for Ukrainian causes. Their transformative support for the University of Toronto's Faculty of Medicine, which has been renamed in their honor, demonstrates both their philanthropic leadership and their dedication to improving the health and lives of Canadians. Together, the Temertys built Canada's biggest chain of computer stores. An astute entrepreneur, Mr. Temerty then founded Northland Power in 1987, one of Canada's first independent power producers, which became a world leader in renewable energy production. Due to Northland's success, Mr. Temerty was recognized in 2010 as Canada's Ernst & Young National Entrepreneur of the Year. The Temertys have an exceptional track record of giving back to their community, reflecting in their extensive generosity. At U of T, this includes tremendous support for COVID-19 research and the Scholars at Risk program, which welcomes students who are asylum seekers or refugees. In 2020, the Temertys set a new high watermark for philanthropic giving in Canada when they committed $250 million to the University of Toronto's Faculty of Medicine. This remains the largest individual monetary gift in Canadian philanthropic history. Their gift specifically supports innovation, students from Indigenous and underrepresented groups, and research impact that will benefit all Canadians. Indeed, their investment will help build a healthier and more resilient Canada. The Temertys have generously supported many important Canadian arts, education, and healthcare institutions whose work improves lives and enriches the cultural framework of our country. They are also committed to strengthening the fabric of the Ukrainian community, both in Canada and Ukraine, through their volunteerism and philanthropy. The Temertys' impact around the globe is truly phenomenal. For their outstanding service for the public good, for their dedication to bettering the lives of others through a sustained, thoughtful, and generous commitment to philanthropy and volunteerism, and for their outstanding service to the university through their transformative support of the Temerty Faculty of Medicine and other initiatives, Madam Chancellor, on behalf of the Governing Council, I ask you first confer the degree of Doctor of Law honoris causa upon James Temerty.
On behalf of the University of Toronto and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I have the great honor and pleasure of conferring on you, as I do now, the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Madam Chancellor, I now ask you to confer the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa upon Louise Temerty.
On behalf of the University of Toronto, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I have the great honor and pleasure of conferring on you, as I do now, the degree of Doctor of Laws honoris causa.
Good afternoon, Chancellor Patton, President Gertler, Dean Trevor Young, members of the Platform Party, Dr. Jim Rudka, our Hutter, and thank you for that generous and kind introduction. I'm hoping that this may be the first time in the history of these proceedings at the University of Toronto that our remarks will be shorter than the introduction you heard. I'm sure that's a relief to many. Most importantly, our heartfelt greetings to the graduands, your parents, your family, and especially your parents who, through your journey, felt your every pain, every stress, and every joy, and deservedly today are sharing in the joy of the moment with you. Our family, friends, ladies and gentlemen, we are very thankful to be receiving this great honor from one of the world's great institutions and one of the very best faculties of medicine anywhere. Armed with the knowledge that most convocation speeches are soon forgotten and that you make friends by keeping your remarks to 5 minutes or less, beyond which you lose friends, we decided to forego the usual stories from our past and lessons learned and advice given. We have a more limited objective today, and that is to experience you, the graduands, through this convocation, and for you to get a sense of us through these next few minutes. Of course, we have stories. You don't get to be 81 years of age and be in front of you here in this circumstance without stories of danger, loss, and survival. Like the time rioting merchants at our very first power plant in northern Ontario were threatening to close the plant. I jumped on a plane, arrived there, entered our construction trailer, and there was our manager with a loaded gun on the desk. He was prepared for anything. Or the time that an overly excited senior bank executive, who shall not be mentioned, but fearful for the loss of his loan, invited me to jump out the window. Or Louise losing her doctor brother, Dr. Gilles Arcand, in the mountains of the Andes, and me organizing a search party. And there's even a cute story about fortune cookies. But I'll leave these stories, or we will leave these stories, for our grandson, Dylan and Simon. Instead, let us focus on you and this truly great Faculty of Medicine. So how did Louise and I get to be here with you today? Well, for us, it all began some 4 years ago when the university presented us with their strategic plan for the Faculty of Medicine. The plan was a product of a lengthy process led by your very capable Dr. Trevor Young. In that plan, we saw the makings of a bold vision for the future of medicine, one that would take the faculty, already ranked among the best in the world, and lift it even higher. It was exciting for us to see a school that was not about to rest on its laurels, but one that wanted to build on its 100-year legacy of discoveries, 15 world firsts, including the discovery of insulin, the first heart pacemaker, the discovery of stem cells, and many other firsts. And here was a dean and a leadership team that saw the potential of a future that would harness the power of new technology, combine it with a recruitment drive for top talent, within a framework of brilliantly articulated strategic pillars that included artificial intelligence in medicine, a commitment to innovation and commercialization, a resolve to discover and collaborate across their vast system, a focus on equity and diversity, and plans for an iconic new building on the campus. In the corporate world, strategic plans are often unrealized for lack of proper execution, leadership, or resources. Here was a vision with an inspiring leadership team, a school with a history of execution, but needing financial resources to fulfill the dream. We were thrilled that the prospect of our funding could provide the financial resources to help ensure the realization of that dream. And we're sticking around to see it through. From the start of our philanthropy, for our family, medicine and healing have been central to our giving philosophy. For Louise, a proud French Canadian, the hope of medicine has brought her moments of great joy, like when she was able to establish a Center for Breast Cancer at Sunnybrook Hospital after years of accompanying good friends there for treatment.
Good afternoon, graduates. You are here because you answered the call to heal. Keep listening to that calling. Let it guide you in the many difficult choices you will have to make, and be open to wherever it asks you to go, because that future will be very different from what you or anyone could have envisioned. As you move forward, you will heal, discover, and innovate, but you will be doing it in ways you may never have imagined. And some of those ways will be influenced by one of the major pillars of the school strategic plan that I find particularly exciting: artificial intelligence in medicine. The University of Toronto is already acclaimed for its work in machine learning, but with this strategic pillar, we will be able to unite the great U of T minds in medicine, engineering, computer science, and more in a new Center for Artificial Intelligence Research and Education in Medicine, simply known as TCAREM. In one word, the Temerty Center for Artificial Intelligence Research and Education in Medicine. When I look at the potential in this room and contemplate the future breakthroughs that artificial intelligence will bring to help medicine, I am thrilled that the Global Center will be right here. That is why health and medicine are so important to us. Just look at all the human potential they make possible. So embrace what will come. but do it with consideration, empathy, patience, and virtue. En terminant, j'aimerais féliciter tous les gradués de la classe 2T3 et leur souhaiter beaucoup de succès dans leur futur.
So I hope Louise and I have shed some light on why and how we got to be here today. And as we turn the stage over to you, we want to thank you for letting us share this moment with you. Finally, we would like to salute you for a major accomplishment that sets you apart from previous graduating classes. You made it to this stage despite the pandemic that touched every aspect of your learning. Long years of masks, isolation, hand sanitizers, Zoom classes. You needed to be more determined and tougher than some of your predecessors. That will stand you in good stead in the years to come, and we will all be better for it. But you are finally done with palpating pillows. Now you're ready to go create, heal, and discover. Be paragons of good behavior. As Paracelsus, a noted Swiss physicist of the Renaissance, said, the character of the physician may act more profoundly upon the patient than the drugs employed. Be proud of knowing that you graduated from one of the world's highest rated medical schools, and certainly the finest in Canada. And as you go through life, listening to your conscience and your instincts, listen also to what Hippocrates said. Cure sometimes, treat often, comfort always. And I'd like to repeat something that we heard yesterday at the pre-convocation ceremony. It was delivered by, these remarks were delivered by Dr. Robert Hyland, class of 73, a 50-year alumni. He said, whatever you remember of what I have said, remember this. Stay humble, be kind, patient, and listen. I think those were great words from a contemporary sage. And dare I say, in your pressurized and hurried future lives, find a little space to give back. As in the fine examples of so many of this faculty's alumni, like Drs. Oleg Antonishin and Dr. Danny Anapakides, who are often at the border of Poland and Ukraine, treating soldiers and treating civilians. They go with a huge team of volunteers from Toronto. They're joined by physicians and technicians and others from Ukrainian institutions, and they do fantastic reconstructive surgery on heads, on faces, and necks. They save lives and they change lives. Latch on to something, some cause or some activity beyond your work life that benefits others. Graduands, from Louise and I, a hearty congratulations. And thank you very much for allowing us to share this moment with you. That wasn't too bad.
Madam Chancellor, I have the honor to present to you the following candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Ala Al-Safin. Danielle Selena Linda Alvarez. Alyssa Robin Bader. Karina Amelia Baksh. Lisa Boivin. Tanya Basilia Bongolan. Lisa Burry. Zi Kwang Byron Chan. Rachel Dadouche. Samantha Del Borello. Simone Giuseppe James Dobry. Wei Fan Dong. Zheng Chao Do. Michelle Dubinsky. Pooja Gandhi. Shahzad Ghazi Saidi. Heather Marie Gibling. Melanie Gerard. Alexander Tomasz Adler Gregor. Sarah Hanafi. Liam Doherty Hendrickson. Hamed Hedari. Saif Hossein. Dia Hu. Lisa Hung. Songwon Huang. Simon Isho. Muntasir Kamal. Ji Sup Kim. Sally Kim. Laura Angelica Cook. Ellen Langille. Jacqueline Chukway Law. Juhi Lee. Kathy Kyunyun Lee. Sandy Cheun Serena Lee. Yunjin Lee. Dan Dan Lee. Nicole Rachel Lindsay Mosher. Jia Yuan Liu. Michael Leo. Jenny Wan Hin Liu. Camilla Johann Lundby. Mandeep Kaur Man. Emma Kiku Kamo McIlwraith. Neil Henry Merovich. Alexander Mihaescu. Mina Mirjali Lee. Jean-Philippe Miron. Nikhil Mistry. Chloe J. Mitchell. Hilary Dawn Monteith. Christine Mulligan. Ilana Deborah Naiman. Samira Omar. Tarembo Michael Utobo. Zayin Munir Patel. Michael Anthony Patino. Chanel Polans. Enrico Quilico. Khaled Ramadan. Nicole Schwab. Erin Lillian Sellers. Jack Zed Sheen. Keshna Sood. Sonia Oliveira. Let's take it again. Sonia Oliveira Stoyanovsky. Eda Idil Temel. Mer Kamal Abliz Toland. Maria Alessandra Tuchito. Razan Turki. Sridevi Venkaitasun. Anna Vujovic. Hannah Wabnitz. Joseph Paul Walton. Ryder Whitaker Hawkins. Brian Ray Ling Wu. Ming Kun Wu. Nirmin Zagzug. Javi Qingchen Zhang. Candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Master of Science. Prabjit Singh Ajrawat. Nader Mohammed Alam. Hunia Bashir. Juliette Bélanger Bienvenue. Sean Carrere. Nasia Dai. Abhimanyu Dasgupta. Nicole Pinheiro da Silva. John Daniel Daouz. Michelle Antoinette de Paul. Lauren Nicole Dinola. Lion El Faki. Dana Elner Yerushalmi. Chao Fang. Amatullah Fotehi. Jinghua Gao. Adriana Maria Greco. Melinda Stephanie Hector. Alex Kopel. Brooklyn Ashley Kostyuk. Shinyoung Lee. Pei Yuan Lee. Allison Mao. Brianna Alexia Mikal. Mauro Mendez Mora. Negar Mir. Cora Mokanu. Hafsa Mugis. Amna Nadim. Rachel Ortiz. Anthony Piro. Ksenia Pravidokhina. Rajasumi Rajalingam. Annabelle Kristen Rutherford. Marwan Sadek. Aisha Shahid. Gibran Nehal Saeed. Sanjana Taranum. Jamie Ann Thon. Harvard Duc Tran. Daniel Uich. Jessica Lynn Welton. Amy Wu. Justin Yu. Ersi Zabzuni. Candidates from the School of Graduate Studies who are being admitted to the degree of Master of Health Science. Liali Al-Juda. Tanvi Anandam Pillai. Anahita Bahraini Esfahani. Cassandra Rose Bisson. Yaira Aku Gbotio. Sornuja Kathir Gamanathan. Yasmin Kurdi. Meredith Elizabeth Laver. Radhika Mahajan. Alexandra Christina Margaritescu. Celia Penimpede. Netta Pipko. Mihaela Stefan. Yuan Tian. Anthea Travis. Candidates from the Faculty of Medicine who are being admitted to the degree of Doctor of Medicine. Azad Abbas. Tasneem Abdallah. Ahmed Abdalal. Ava Abraham. Ali Nehad Abu Helal. Monish Ahluwalia. Juveriya Ahmed. Mohammed Ahmed. Moriam Ahmed. Devon Rose Aitken. Vanessa Sarah Archero. Marina Atala. Derek Chun O. Young. Zikra Awosanmi. Charlotte Axelrod. Payman Michael Azizi. Benjamin Baker. Noor Bakir. Ariel Barrientos. Seti Iman Beluwari. Leah Grace Bennett. Bailey Robin Burnkoff. Nicholas Bobrovitz. Mercedes Bomberry. Catherine Brewerton. Stephanie Grace Brooks. Justin Brunet. Emily Elaine Bryson. Dan Budiansky. Hifza Buhari. Diana Carliero. Sabrina Campbell. Liv Cento. Yi Tao Chan. Thomas Haywing Chung. Nadir Chaya. Andrea Youngsun Chen. Jim Sung Chun Chun. Kevin Jia Chi Chun. Gihong Liu Chiang. Ansun Chiang. Andrea Kirian. Alexandra Kirilla. Jenny Sue Heiyun Cho. Nicholas Alexander Krobach. Carly Clark. Adam David Clayton. Bridget Sarah Conroy. Anne Mikal Corrette. Rachel Babi Curry. Noro Dung Dakim. Andrea Demian. Ryan Christopher Coffey Danielle. Sheshav Datta. Jordan Austin Deneau. Natasha Dingra. Nitish Kumar Dingra. Arjun Singh Dut. Laura Michelle Diamond. Christian Derkulik. Leah Johanna Drost. You, Jennifer Du. Ruan El Sawi. Sophia Crystal Emerson. Arshia Esjagi. Petra Ablema Famille. Armin Faravash. Laura Feldman. Jacob William Garmez Ferguson. Darren Jude Fernandez. Dario Michael Ferry. Talia Esther Filler. Reed Carey Gallant. Jaskaran Singh Gill. Alexi Teo Gossett. Marcus Gulilat. Patrick Gurgis. Matthew Stephen Hacker Tepper. Amar Hafiz. Bethany Hamilton. Irene Harmson. William Tyler Hartwig. Man Ying Bernice Ho. Paige Homey. Teddy Hoja. Grace Huang. Jeanette Hui. Sarah Louise Hyatt. Andrea Ayani. Aliyah Ibrahim. Justice Felix Igweze. Mariam Mohammed Isa. Anshika Jain. Hardika Jasani. Anna Zhang. Rohit Jogendran. Lauren Rose Caney. Mian Mian Cindy Kao. Benjamin James Keating. Carlos Khalil. Shakiba Kalkali Ardastani. Iman Jera Karkani. Audrey Kondukar. Mark Baher Khoury. Mia Davina Kibble. Seth Gershon Kibble. Iris Juwon Kim. Kyung Young Kim. Helena Kita. Robert Kuchecki. Owen Christia. Sachin Anand Kumar. Y. Lam Jason Kwan. Andrew Lagrotaria. Jeffrey Lamshin Chung. Chloe Lau. Caitlin Janina Lazurko. Michelle Chaimin Lee. Danielle Francis Lewis. Kalandra Nuk Mei Lee. Maggie He Yi Lee. Ming Lee. Winston Wenhuan Lee. Stephen Liang. Alyssa Liu. Connie Liu. Peter John Ray Leo. Laura Liu. Shinran Liu. Andrea Liu. Rachel Chung Liu. Justin Yuduo Liu. Danny Ma. Kazia Winter Magor. Arjuna Satyadeep Maharaj. Abdullah Ahmad Malik. Benjamin Alberto Martinez. Eric Richard Moti. Madalena Maxim. Christopher Lewis McChesney. Sean Randall McKellar. Sydney Amelia McQueen. Catherine Chian Meng. Victoria Minsopoulos. Sarah Mirali. Naikan Mirchi. Allison Marie Moore. Clara Maeve Hodgson Moore. Brendan Josh Morgenstein. Lucas Mortensen Truscott. Mija Murong. Famida Murtaza. Milena Music. Sumana Christina Naidu. Peter Adel Nakla. Nawazish Nakvi. Nicole Constance Nathaniels. Matthew William Nelms. Danielle Lily Nichols. Kwesi Jr. Inkansa. Daniel Nuri Nijad. Adana Odunze. Rachel Pan. Bomi Park. Carolyn Park. Camilla Zena Parpia. Romil Patel. Dilshan Ishara Pieris. Natalie Erin Pitch. Amanda Poxon. Jocelyn Maureen Francis Price. Malia Ahmad Kazi. Dorothy Chian. Elia Owana Luisa Teresa Kenel. Masa Ramani Rad. Sumruthi Ramesh. Tim Rappan. Jeremy Max Roche. Nikki Rosta. Zed Salahin. James Kevon Sanai. James Rowan Saravanamutu. Mitchell Siegel. K7 Selva Kumaran. Jeffrey Ching-Hei Sum. Sinthu Senthil Mohan. Leonor Nushin Separi. Alicia Serrano. Golsa Shafa. Audrey Elizabeth Shakespeare. Justin Shapiro. Mohammed Haris Shaikh. Ajarat Omobolide Shipeolu. Eshan Sampath Silva. Ashmita Singh. Thirushi Piumika Siriwardena. Matthew McLean Skelly. Kiman Yonghun Song. Divya Molin Soni. Alexandra Madeline Spivak. Ananya Shrivastava. You can come up a little more. Want to come up just a little? There we go. Hillary Nicole Stein. Evan Hans Strom. Xuan Ming Su. Jade Sullivan. Jess Sussman. Raza Mohammed Saeed. Caleb Taki. Human Tamasebi. Emily Tam. Chun Yi Tan. Evan Tong. Daniel Teitelbaum. Serena Tejpar. Maklit Tesfai. Taranvir Singh Tour. Jessica Track. Brian Tsang. Emily Vecchiarelli. Lisa Vu V. Shamini Vijaya Kumar. John Vu. Nina Senka Vujovic. Haley Maya Wagman. Preet Walia. Yu Huan Rebecca Wong. Hunter Warden. Shannon Emma Wiseman. Emily Wilkins. Kathleen Alexandra Wilkins. Kenneth Javier Williams. Rachel Ariel Wine. Lauren Kaylee Weintraub. Elena Rachel Wolf. Edwin Wong. Jessica Wong. Christine May Wu. Mary Yuan Rui Xie. Grace Jialin Xu. Ting Ting Yan. Joanna Young. Matthew Ryan Yip. Wei Yu. Safia Yusuf. Rahona Ameda Zamani. Ain Zarin. Kevin Zhang. Yu Chung Zhang. Jane Zhu. Hannah Tso. Ashley Zweiman Englander. Candidates from the Faculty of Medicine and the Joseph L. Rotman School of Management who are being admitted to the degree of Doctor of Medicine and Master of Business Administration. Joshua Eli Herman. David Michael Lee. Candidates from the Faculty of Medicine who are being admitted to the degree of Bachelor of Science, Medical Radiation Sciences. Manur Ahmed. Kara Clark. Shifana Constantine. Wesley Lok Kan Leong. Jinju Park. Meg Danella Kizon Kimura. Noah Samuel Robbins. Nita Norman Javier.
On behalf of the, excuse me, on behalf of the University of Toronto and on behalf of the authority vested in me, I hereby admit all those candidates not here present to their degrees in absentia.
As we conclude Convocation, I wish to thank all of you for your participation and your patience. To the families and friends and to those in the procession, let me say thank you. You have made this a more memorable event for each member of the graduating class. I want to thank our wonderful Chancellor, Rose Patton, for presiding so gracefully over today's ceremony. Thank you, Chancellor. Wish to thank as well the many other colleagues and friends of the university who participated in this convocation this afternoon, and you will find their names in the program. To our honorary graduates, Doctors Louise and Jim Temerty, let me say that you have inspired us with your lifetime career and accomplishments, and today you have inspired us again with your words. Thank you and congratulations. Let me now invite the Chancellor to bring today's ceremony to a close.
As I bring the convocation ceremony to a close on this, which is your special day, I hope we will see you again. I hope we will see you often in the years to come. And I invite you to stay connected with us. We will be very interested in your journey, and we know that whatever path you take, you will do well. Concilium, demissum est.